Namaste, soul family. It's Sky Goddess, and I'm coming back at you with more annual predictions for the water signs Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, respectively. So I'm going to go ahead and begin with Cancer. And the emphasis for you, Cancer, is placed on self value and your marriage, whether this is a legal union or a common law union. There will be, the healing of a skin condition that you're currently experiencing. It's going to heal beautifully, and what is going to be revealed is youthful, baby soft, vibrant, and luminous skin. For some of you, I'm getting you are undergoing a metamorphosis, a transformation to your physical body, and this is something that would have, had to began taking place following a spiritual transformation, because the body is a representation of the spirit. You will be staying in more, changes to your routine, your daily routine, staying in more. I'm seeing, an increase to your self-value here, and I feel like there is a correlation between that and the healing that you are receiving this year. Not saying that the healing makes you feel better about yourself. I feel it's more like you started feeling better about yourself, and that, you know, aided you in pulling on the frequencies that existed and that was conducive for the healing. You know, the way in which you value your mother is gonna change, and your values, um, and morals and concepts that you've got towards motherhood will change. Home and family as well. Your concepts towards those will change. A lot of daydreaming and fantasizing. I'm seeing, also the sudden end and, transformation of a marriage, okay? And this is going to trigger a whole heap of thoughts. It's going to trigger a thought process that's going to last and linger throughout the entire year. Good thoughts, bad thoughts, okay? For some of you, where in which your relationship was or your marriage was tumultuous and, very difficult. I'm seeing a time of ease, okay? A time of peace as well. And for some of you, who have, been experiencing that peace, that serene marriage, that is going to change to something that is tumultuous, because life is a cycle, and we experience the good, we experience the bad, we experience the more good, more bad, good, and the only way to stop that cycle is to physically transition. And that is why we never, I said that this, 312-year cycle is, a very humbling one. And if you look at 2008, where in which, the cycle, originally began, that's the beginning of the first 12 year, there was the financial crisis. And so we can say that this whole 36, you know, year period from 2008 to 2030, not 2031, what am I saying? To 2043, we can say that it is one that is dealing with the money, okay, Sila, and one that is dealing with Let me come back at you. Hold on. Yeah, that was like a big confirmation and omen. So, we saw, the finances, are being dealt with, and, our health. Okay. So it's one that is humbling. And the motive that spirits got for all of what's happening, okay, is to humble humanity. Okay? Human beings are too proud and obnoxious, very obnoxious. And spirit is dealing with the whole tribe. You feel me? And those who are to get the good, the beautiful rewards will get their, dues. And those who are supposed to get, the fucked up rewards will get them, because the seeds you sow, my nigga, okay, or my ninja, you know, will, determine your rewards. Okay, how you handled your Saturn lessons will determine your Jupiter blessings. I keep telling people that it's balance. Don't watch the next person who was crooked and seemingly got away with it. Puss and dog now the same look. And everyone got a different natal chart. And not because they haven't received their judgment as yet. They will. Okay? Okay? But it is not yet their time. But know this. When they do get their judgment, it is judgment. Okay? So the longer it takes for you to get your judgment, is the greater it will be, good or bad. So for the people trying to, hold back people's Jupiters, their blessings, okay, it's just expanding more and more. And it's gonna get to that point where in which it's gonna explode like a bubble. Where you cannot contain it anymore or hinder it anymore. And it's just gonna be that you just did that motherfucker good. You made that motherfucker from an average housewife who they would have been into a fucking star. So you never try to play God and try to say who you think deserves blessings. No, that's not for you to say. You're not God. If you were God, you would not be here in this fucked up form. Okay? A sudden end as well to a legal situation, a legality, whatever that may be. This could also still be the marriage that I spoke of, okay? I'm getting also inheritance coming in, okay? And this could be, possibly due to the, cause of a death, from a result of a death, okay? Someone transitioning in your family. A lot of people are going to be losing family members this year. A lot have already lost family members last year and this year. Okay? As well as this inheritance could be alimony, a divorce settlement. Or a divorce settlement, I should say. For some of you, there's going to be a cancer diagnosis. Okay? Not for everyone. But for some of you, there will be. Some of you will be transitioning as well. This could be as a result from due to the result of, a cancer uh, diagnosis, or you ailing from cancer, giving up the ghost, yielding to cancer. Okay, moving on to Scorpio. Okay, I did say, okay, for cancer concerns on self-worth and your marriage. For Scorpio, it is all about will and power for you this year, baby. Because powerful energies like you in Aquarius are dominating, okay? Dominating the change game. And so all eyes are on Scorpios and Aquarians. And mostly Aquarians, but Scorpios, they got that, era of, tabooism to them. And they like the eccentric. Things that are eccentricities, and therefore they are very fond of Aquarians because they're the only ones they cannot control or buy with money, because Aquarius, that's the humanitarian. They care about humanity, they care about balance, they are not manipulative. Okay, Scorpios, though, y'all manipulative. You love to use your monies and your sexual appeal and allure to you know manipulate people's proceedings and decisions and so on and so forth. But it's a time of will and power for you. I'm not gonna hate. It's a time for you. And because your energy is being seen so often in in this transit, let me just call that, there's gonna be demand for Scorpios and Aquarians. So it's gonna be a time for the taboo and eccentric, whether concepts, people, or things. The taboo and the eccentric. And that's Aquarius and Scorpio, really rather Scorpio and Aquarius respectively. Intense and scary changes, to your desires and your sex appeal. Okay, because you're on fleek. Okay. Changes also to your libido. A lot of taboo sexual experiences. Okay. Also sexual experiences on the job. Okay. I know that wasn't, out of the ball game for you to begin with. But a lot of thoughts for you as well. Okay. For some of you, okay, because it is not the time to do anything shady. Let me just say that. Okay. And with the taboo and eccentric being, on fleek, taking center stage, um, all eyes are on you. And so when all eyes are on you, it's really hard for you to be, you know, the secretive Scorpio that you are. And so, some of these sexual experiences may be founded out this year. I'm getting also, um, yeah, so you're going to be in your element. A lot of exciting sexual experiences this year. A major physical transformation because the Sun, Leo, which is the ego, is in your frequency. Okay? And that is affecting the standard of beauty as well. And the ego, it correlates strongly with the body. That's the first house Aries energy. So it does affect the way in which the body is seen, you know, because of the change in which the body is being presented. Some of you will be separated and outcasted by your family, your friends, and colleagues. I'm getting this could be due to the exposure of a, on the job sexual affair. Also, the sudden end of a job. For some of you, sudden changes could be a demotion, but I ain't seeing any promotions for you, Scorpio, because I'm seeing, though a lot of desires for you, and you taking a chance on the wheel. I'm seeing, if you do not, um, though, it's somewhat your time, you gotta play down your sexual urges and desires a bit, okay? Because when it's your time, you gotta be careful what you do with your time because all eyes are on you. And first time impressions, they normally tend to last, regardless of what is done or said afterwards. It will always be considered an aspect or area of you. And you cannot wipe that out, you cannot bleach it out, you cannot wash it out. Okay, so I hear a lady cussing. I'm a pause and come back because it's a bit irritating. I'm gonna come back with Pisces, okay? Pisces. You guys look under the videos. I'm gonna put the rising signs, so you check under the videos to see them uh, uh, frequencies that resonate with your or synchronizes with your rising signs, as well as Venus signs as well. Um, and possibly I might put the Jupiter frequencies there so you can check on how your Jupiter will be impacted by these changes. So I'm gonna pause and come back with Pisces' video. Okay. Okay, I'm back. For Pisces, for you, the concerns are beliefs and perspectives. Okay. So a lot of studying for you, a lot of thinking as well, a lot of thinking for most people. So a lot of daytime studying, a lot of spiritual studies as well, studying children, studying celebrities, looking up celebrities, reaching out to celebrities, okay? Studying black people as well, studying the seasons, okay? Study of global warming for some of you, study of the sun. Now, the sun, now, people's appearances are going to change. And funny enough, some people are going to get darker. It's, frequencies, energies, waves, and currents. It's really doesn't have anything, well, I'm not going to say it doesn't have anything. It does have something to do with the sun, okay? But let's pre this. So the sun is, in Scorpio. Scorpio, Pluto is in Aquarius, okay? Let me just confirm that. Yeah, Pluto is in Aquarius. So it's as though, the sun is being transformed to what? It's an eclipse of the sun. And so this is good for some of the signs, some of the placements, because this means, a brighter and more radiant complexion for some of them. For some of the signs, because of these shifting frequencies, it means a darker complexion because it means that, their frequencies are shifting, just as the people who will be getting lighter in complexion, their frequencies are changing. So for you, I'm getting Pisces Sun. You will be getting darker this year, a darker complexion. Your perspectives are changing because, when you study, that's knowledge. You're taking in knowledge, and knowledge, it transforms people. That's why, that Sagittarius frequency, well, knowledge is Aquarius, but studying that Sagittarius frequency, it's, you know, higher studies, higher heights, higher lessons, higher studies, higher heights, higher learning, rather. And this triggers enlightenment. Knowledge does trigger enlightenment. But, enlightenment in what way? And who does it benefit? So hopefully your enlightenment will be on to good and will help not, only yourself, but people, the people around you. So a lot of spiritual studies and also a lot of talk on spirituality, healing, and science. Some of you may suffer a speech impediment or, develop a coarser voice this year. It's also another transformation. Also, the study of a foreign language for some of you. But some studying, you're gonna be a student this year. Not Gemini kind of student, the Hermetis kind of student. You're gonna be thinking more. It is not a time conducive to being a gold digger or obnoxious. As I was saying, I had to pause again because of that, interference. So, it is not a time conducive to being a gold digger or obnoxious, okay? It is a time of entrepreneurship, not gold digging, okay? It's not the time for, well, gold digging if, you're not digging someone else's gold. It's a time of entrepreneurship. It's a time of, more thoughtful communication. So I feel though, you're going to be more thoughtful, okay? You're going to be understanding the underdog this year. So a lot of entitlement energies are going to dissipate and fade away. So you are, transforming. Beautiful. See what I said, people? It's a humbling time. Time of humility. Well, every time should be a time of humility, but it's a humbling time, meaning you're being forced to be humble. Humility is being forced upon us all. And a lot of sexual affairs for so many of the frequencies, where on the job affairs are concerned. So the exposure for you as well, Pisces, of a workplace affair. Okay? Also a transformation or end of a marriage, the conclusion of a legal matter. This could be the marriage that I just mentioned. You are being observed this year, and there will be some changes to your influence. Hence the conclusion of a legal matter. You have been, being scrutinized and observed, Pisces sign. You have a tendency of imposing your beliefs upon others using your will and position, as well as Scorpio. And, this will be reversed as what goes up always comes back down. So true. An exposure and end also to your gossiping tendencies. You see, also talks about the death of a baby, okay? Or the death of a manager or in areas that you may know. For some of you, there will be the loss of a child. And some of you, you're gonna, change your faith, what it is that you believe in. Like I said, studying to gain knowledge, triggers enlightenment. Okay? And there you got, understanding, which brings along with it wisdom. Because there is no wisdom without understanding. Wisdom is you understanding knowledge. Yeah, so this video was way shorter. That's what I got for the water signs. I was just looking to see if I missed anything out. Okay. So a lot of water energies, beliefs and perspectives will empower with some fire for Scorpio. Self self worth, self worth, and you know the marriage. So fire and water. All right, so that's what I got for you, water signs. Thank you for listening. Namaste.